Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you a small Costco haul. It's not huge. I don't have a Costco card. I got the opportunity to go with my mother-in-law, so we went and had a look around Costco today, and I was sort of comparing prices, and I ended up coming away with not as much as I thought I would. And I just wanted to show you what I've got, tell you the prices, and then look at some of the supermarket prices to see whether it's actually worthwhile buying in bulk from places like Costco. So first up, I'll show you what I did buy and the prices of everything, including VAT. Most of the items I bought are 0 rated because they are food items, but there were a couple of things I bought that did have VAT on them. With Costco, when you look at the prices, the main price that they show is without VAT included. Now, a lot of food products, most food products are 0 rated, but some aren't. I'll put a comparison on the screen or in the description box just to show the comparison cost between what I actually bought and the supermarket prices. I'm going to use Tesco because it's where I do a lot of my shopping, and it's a good kind of mid-range supermarket, so I figure that that's a good one to go with. So starting over here, I got these part-baked baguettes. There's 2 in each one. One pack is 300 grams and there are 4 packs here, and this was £1.89 for all 4 of them, so 8 baguettes for £1.89, and these were 0 rated. I then got some cooked and ready to eat beetroot. This I actually probably shouldn't have bought. It is 3 500 gram packs, and this would have actually been cheaper at the supermarket. I got this though because it's not in vinegar, and a lot of the cheaper ones are in vinegar, and so this came out to a good price anyway. It was £2.49 for 3 500 gram packs, and they are sort of individual in here as well. Ziplocs I'll talk about in a minute. Milk. So I bought 2 packs of milk, and in each pack there is 2 litres. It was £1.96 for 4 litres, so that does come in cheaper than what I currently pay in the supermarket. I then got this grilling cheese. It's a kilo of grilling cheese, and that was £5.19. This is very similar to halloumi. Then I bought a whole kilo of chia seeds. This is something that I try and put in food quite a lot. I try and sneak it in because the girls are not that keen on fish. So trying to get omega-3 and things into them, chia seeds is a great way to do that. I can kind of hide it in foods as well. So this was £5.99 for a whole kilo of chia seeds. And I did buy some free-range eggs. There's 24 eggs in here, and they cost £3.59 for 24 free-range eggs, which is definitely a good price. I have been struggling to get eggs recently. To be able to find free range for this price, I definitely decided to go ahead and get that. Then I bought one of these. It's maple syrup, and it is a litre of maple syrup, and this was £8.79 for maple syrup, and it is 100% pure maple syrup, so it's not mixed with things. I then bought this seaweed pack. So there's 10 of these individual packs, and there's 17 grams in each pack. These are for Ian. He absolutely loves them, but both of us, but me in particular, really struggle to pay £1 for 5 grams in Tesco's. So if anybody else knows where we can get them cheaper but not buying them in bulk, do let me know. Then I got these Elmley doubles. Were not cheaper than my usual one, but I use cream a lot in cooking, and these were £3.49 for 4 of them, which is a good price for Elmley. But the main reason that I picked these up is they work out to be a very similar price to what I already pay, but these are long life, so they store really well. So these are dated September of this year, which means I don't need to necessarily be picking one up each week, and I know that they're not going to go bad if we do have a week where we don't go through it. Calpol 6 Plus. I kind of wasn't really expecting to find any medicines in there that I wanted to get, but this one is really expensive in the supermarkets. I haven't found any hugely brilliant deals on it, but this one worked out to be, this was an item that did have VAT on it, so this worked out to be £2.75, which I thought was pretty good, so I did get one of those as well. And then these might be a bit of a random purchase for most people, but this is chicken breast in a can. There's 6 of them in here, and this was £12.79. And then I also got, let me put that away, 40 bottles of sparkling spring water. We do drink a lot of sparkling water, and although we try and avoid buying bottled water, when you're going through sparkling water, we've tried SodaStream and things like that, and it just doesn't seem to be quite the same as the bottled. So we do reuse the bottles as much as we can. But this was a pack of 40, and again they were an item with VAT on it, but that was £4.54 in total for all 40 bottles, which is a lot less than I currently pay. And this will last us a while. We don't go through tons of it, but we do go through it relatively regularly. So, oh yeah, the only other thing to mention was these Ziplocs. I don't have the exact price for this. They've already been opened because myself and my mother-in-law went halves on them. So I believe they were around about £14 including VAT, £14 to £15 including VAT for all of them, which is, I know you can buy cheaper in supermarkets, but these are particularly good. They do seal really, really well. So I really wanted some of these, and the ones that are in here will last me an awfully long time as well. In total, I spent £63.62 with £1.21 in VAT. Like I said, I didn't get as much as I thought I would be getting, and a lot of the reason for that was because of the costs per item that I was finding. So a lot of things when I was going around Costco were a very similar price. Some things were more expensive and some things were slightly cheaper than buying in the supermarkets. But with a lot of items, I kind of felt that buying in bulk wasn't actually going to save me enough to warrant having that item in bulk. So things like tomatoes worked out at a virtually identical price to the supermarket. That's something I do go through a lot of, but I already have quite a few, and seeing as I can just pick up one when I need it from the supermarket, that made more sense to me than buying a whole case of 12. There were some other things that I would buy, so things like Green Giant sweet corn worked out quite well. That's something that we go through quite a bit of. I didn't buy any today because we didn't need any. If you've seen my previous videos, I did stock up recently, so we didn't need any. For their fruits and vegetables, I didn't find them particularly low priced. However, they did have a huge range of fruits and vegetables, some of which I had never even heard of. So for variety, definitely worth a look. In terms of meat prices, I felt they were very much on a par with supermarkets. So I didn't think that they were particularly cheap, but they also weren't expensive. So they were very much kind of on a par with what I would generally be paying anyway. Things like the chickens, the cooked chickens and things, they were really good. They were, I think, £4.78 for, including VAT, that is, for a cooked chicken, which is a good price. But also, like, we tried lifting them up and they were really weighty. They were really weighty chickens. They weren't just kind of, you know, really little ones. They were huge. So that would have fed us for a while. And Costco do run different deals and promotions on things. So if you are looking to stock up your freezer with meat, then just see if you can work out what you're getting based on those additional deals as well. Even when you're buying meat from somewhere like Costco, it is a larger package size than you would find in the supermarket generally. So you do need to kind of factor that in, that if you're buying chicken breast, you won't be able to buy just 2 breasts, you will be buying a 2 kilo pack or bigger. I do think that there is a lot to be said for Costco. There's also an awful lot of variety in Costco. So there were a lot of things that I would have liked to have picked up, but they just wouldn't fit within our budget, so I didn't. If I'd had more time, maybe I would have found a lot more deals in there. Let me know of any Costco deals and products that you love, but I think it always comes down to the best way to shop for your family. So for us, although yes, I feel that the items that I did pick up were worth my while picking them up today, it's not something I would have gone a long way out of my way for. So with Costco, you do need a membership. There are several different memberships and they all cost different amounts depending on your reason for applying. You can also get an online only membership, which is, I believe, £15, but I will double check that. But that does not give you access to everything in the Costco store. It's a sort of variety of different products. The prices, though, I believe are all the same. The ones that I saw online compared to what I saw today, they were the same price. So prices in store do match, but you don't get the full range. The other thing with the online membership is that sometimes some of the products have sort of limits. You can only buy over a certain amount. So things like that chicken that I bought today, if I were to buy that online, I would have to buy 4 packs of that, which is about £52, just less than that in total, rather than just being able to buy 1 pack of 6. So those are all just additional things to bear in mind. When it comes to buying in bulk generally, I do find that it can be cheaper, but you do need to look around, you need to shop around. Things like spices, those I always buy in bulk. It's something I always buy in bulk because I can always get a better price if I buy a larger quantity. Certain other things like flour, for example, although you can maybe buy a big bag of flour for a good price, because of the cost of it in the supermarkets for the sort of value ranges, I just find that it's not worthwhile doing that because flour can go bad relatively quickly, sort of before I could go through a huge bag of it anyway. So therefore it wouldn't be worthwhile for us. But it comes down to, like I said, what works for you, what works for your family, and what works for your situation. One way that it is worth buying in bulk is to utilize deals. So if there is a deal on something that you know you are going to use, it's generally worthwhile buying more of it. So literally buying in bulk, even if you're buying smaller packages of something. The supermarket value ranges I do find really good, really good. And because of the prices, I mean, I just think with a lot of things that are within the supermarket ranges, you just can't beat those prices. So that's where I will continue to shop for those sorts of things. But like I say, there were things that were a good price to buy in bulk. So it just comes down to what suits you and your family. Things like the washing powder, there were some amazing deals. So if you use a specific brand of washing powder, Costco could absolutely be the way to go to get a massive saving on it. I do really like Costco. I know it sounds a little bit like I'm a bit down on it, but I'm not. I really like it. It's really good for a lot of things, and they do some amazing deals on technology. They do some amazing deals on clothes. You just need to be able to spend the time. There are certain things that we really like from Costco, like I've mentioned before about the popcorn that Ian really loves. Unfortunately, we couldn't find that in there today, otherwise that would be behind me as well. To sum up, I love buying in bulk. I will continue to buy in bulk, but I will still be careful about what I buy in bulk. If it's not going to save me that much money, I will generally leave it on the shelf rather than have it taking up space. However, if it is a good saving, then I will still take advantage of it and I will fit it in somewhere. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Bye!